Welcome to Chasing Fabulous, the show where we dive into the fun and exciting world of luxury, style, and sophistication. Join us as we explore what it really means to live a fabulous life, from amazing places to inspiring people and unforgettable experiences. Get ready to be hooked as we uncover the essence of fabulousness in every episode. Each adventure brings new stories and surprises, showing you how to add a touch of fabulous to your own life. Let's chase down the extraordinary together.
Hi everybody, it's Monica and Linda. It's Chasing Fabulous Day.
Hey.
Hello. It is show number
36.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Like
it's a wowzer.
When we get done with December, we're going to be on to season 2.
Yes.
I just can't believe it.
I know. Wow.
We were talking about it
having
today.
a good time.
I know we were. It was exciting.
Every episode's exciting.
Every episode is a really big show. I can't help it.
Fabulous.
All right, so we got to talk about what we did this week. So
Yes.
Saturday, I did a showcase with Senior America and sang at Fairfield. It was a Fairfield complex out in St. James. And there's probably like 150 people there. And the girls went with me. Bianca and Aria went with me, and they played the tambourine
Oh, that's fun.
on
That's
each
fun.
side of me, and they had so much fun. Now, Aria has decided maybe that she might want to go to karaoke with me. And I said, okay.
Okay.
And then yesterday or Tuesday was my daughter Jessica's birthday. So happy birthday, Jessica. We've been celebrating this whole week. And oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And she's 43.
I know. Mark was asking me how old she was, and I realized
she's 43.
that. Yeah.
But I have to tell you that I had to do the math on my phone because I can never remember how old she is. I do not know.
Does she know
Somebody
that?
says how old? Of course she does. Of course she does. She's like, Mom, you never remember anything.
Aww.
And then the best thing though is, what did you do this past weekend?
Well, we went away for the weekend to Rhode Island to visit our dear friends Carla and Joe. And
Hi, Carla and Joe.
oh yeah, they're the best. They're the best. I mean, it's amazing. You and I are we like to meet new people. Love to meet new people.
Right.
Right. We just go out and talk to everybody. We met them on a tour bus in Italy.
That's fabulous.
So you know what? And they are fabulous. And you know what? That's why I always encourage people, get out there and meet people, talk to people, because you never know. And now we've been friends with them for almost 10 years. We don't get to see them that often because they live on the West Coast in California, but they have a summer house in Rhode Island.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we had a wonderful weekend. The weather was gorgeous.
Oh my God. Oh,
Right?
It was gorgeous.
What?
this
There was
weekend.
not a cloud in the sky. I'm sure there wasn't
No,
one here because
it
there
was
wasn't one in
gorgeous.
Rhode Island.
It was so nice.
But I did get something from them that throughout the show, we got this great. If anybody knows Monica and I, they know we love dad jokes.
Oh.
Well, we got something called bro jokes, and throughout the show, we're going to be reading a couple of them.
Show the book.
Well, I was going to wait,
Oh,
but we can do that. It's called bro jokes. Now, Carla's brother, Michael Kelly,
Michael Kelly.
wrote. He did this
How many
book
was there?
with a-
400 bro jokes.
Yeah, but he had a little help from his brother John, who I met over the weekend, who's the sweetest guy. And Carla, who they call Kitty Kelly, edited it. Because
Okay.
she said there were some that you couldn't put in here.
Oh.
But they're just so funny. I've been reading them since we got this book, and you can get it on Amazon. But throughout the show, Monica and I are going to be reading some because we love these kind of jokes.
Right.
And I think our audience does too.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
I
Well,
mean-
and I only have one brother, and you only have one brother.
Exactly.
So, hello, bros. Guess
Yeah.
who's going to get
That's
the
what I was
brunt
going to
end
say.
of the joke?
This is a great Christmas
It's
gift.
a great Christmas
You know,
gift.
I mean,
Yes.
they're just so funny. And Michael, if you lived here, we would have had you on the show, definitely. So if you ever want to come to New York, you're more than welcome. But
Well, my brother,
yeah.
he says Disneyland is a Mickey Mouse operation.
See, here we go. Here we go. But I do have to tell one little story.
Okay.
It's very quick because I know we got to get to our days. I'm not going to mention names or anything, but I was told a story.
Why can't we mention names?
No, because it's, you know.
Can you make up names?
No, I don't want to make them because then I got to remember the names I made up, and I'm terrible with names. But I was told a story over the weekend about this woman All right, she was taking a shower or a bath. I don't know if it was a bath or a shower, but the bathroom was very small, where like the tub and the toilet bowl were so close that there was space in between. So she's as wide as she is tall, they said. You know, she's a little, but she gets out of the tub and she falls between the tub and the toilet and she's stuck. And they can't get her out. So they're trying everything. Like, you know what? We couldn't get her out, so they called 911.
Oh.
Now the guys come, and they're like, you know what? They couldn't get her out either. I'm like, what are we going to do? We can't start taking out plumbing and everything. I said, oh, this poor woman. They're like, well, she had a good sense of humor. Thank God. So one of the relatives, I don't know if it was the woman's son or whatever, decides to, he goes to the kitchen, he gets oil, like olive oil or vegetable, and poured it on her.
and they slipped her right out.
They slid her right out.
Was she with you when you heard this story?
No. But they're telling us this story, and I'm like, oh my God. So, of course, my husband goes, I hope he didn't use olive oil, because that shit's expensive.
Oh my God.
But, the moral of the story is you never know. I mean, there are things.
You never know. And honestly, I could just see that happening to Ernie. Ernie, don't do that, because that's crazy. But I
just can't. Because, I mean, you know how, like, you're all like, you can't, how could you get someone out who just was wet?
Yeah.
But they slid her.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm going to have to remember that
Did they
now.
saute her afterwards?
They sauteed her. With a little.
I just thought that was the best
They
story.
served her up with a little Chianti.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. But
Oh, my
so,
God.
and
I
wanted to tell you, did you ever listen to bluegrass music?
No.
Okay, well, we saw a bluegrass band, and they were really good, Monica. Maybe
What was the
just
name
check
of
it
it?
out. Rock Hearts.
Rock Heart.
Rock Hearts. And I said they should come to Long Island because they were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. And we could have them on the show.
It's not country, but it's more twangy. And
Yes.
I love it. I love bluegrass music. It's not that I don't like it.
and then
I just have never been to see anybody.
Neither have I. And let me tell you something, they were a lot of fun.
Ooh,
The
maybe we should find
banjo,
that. Yeah.
the stand-up bass,
Oh,
the
so
violin.
fun.
No percussion, you don't need it. But the harmony, you know how much we love when they harmonize.
yeah.
And they sang a beautiful song. So shout out to Rock Hearts, you were good.
Rock
you
Hearts.
Were good. Yeah, so we had a really nice weekend.
That's
really,
awesome.
really good. And I started a job yesterday.
Yes.
And I have to show you what they gave me. I want you to open this up.
Uh-oh. They gave you this?
The principal gave this to
Your
me.
first day?
Just want you to open that up.
It's fake.
Is it?
Is it? I think it's real. Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know. Is it fake or real? Do you know?
It's fake. It is fake, but Monica,
It looks real.
It does look real, but when you feel it, it's
paper.
It's paper. But I'm telling you, when they put that on my desk, I opened it up and I didn't want to say anything to anybody. So all of a sudden they said, "Linda, did you open that
it says
envelope?"
copy on the back.
Principal left you, and I said, "Yeah." And the assistant principal comes out and goes, "Oh my God!" I said, "This is unbelievable," because it didn't dawn on me right away
That they were fake.
until I was feeling. I'm like, "Oh, it's totally fake."
That's hilarious.
Well, they were like telling the girls, "We got to catch her before she goes home. She's going to go spend that and get arrested." So I mean,
Oh, my
they
God.
got me good, but you know what? Payback's a bitch.
Yes. Oh, we'll be do some
Oh,
scheming.
after I'm there a while, I'm going to get them back. It was
Yeah.
great. It was great. I mean, I was,
Yeah.
but now I'm going to, now I'm going to get somebody else with it.
I mean, I literally thought it was real. They look real. Those
Didn't it look real?
Unless you touch it.
Do you know, and I didn't know how to react. I'm like, oh my God, do I say something?
And then you're like, why did they
what?
give me $200?
And I'm like, I'm going to tell everybody to come work here. They give you $200.
on first day.
I said, I got to
That's
show
probably
Monica.
what he said.
Oh, that got me good. Got me good. Because, women, we could take that money and go shopping.
That day.
That day. You don't
Oh,
think I
my
wasn't
God.
thinking about it.
All right, we got to do the day.
Yes, go ahead.
All right, the holidays today are Alice Cotelo Day.
Who's Alice?
And Alice Cotelo is an annual celebration based on the Alaskan mascot, the Aliscato, which is a cross between a moose and a walrus. And it's like a funny thing. It's like it's like this funny thing that they celebrate. They made up this animal, an Aliscato.
I would think so. And
Alice Cotelo. They made it up. they made this up because there really isn't a cross between a moose and a walrus.
I didn't think
a
so.
moose, and there's a picture of it with a moose with two long tusks coming out. It was so silly.
Why would a moose and a walrus get together?
They wouldn't. Beaujolais Nouveau today is a day to celebrate the release of the first wine of the harvest season from the Beaujolais region of France.
Oh, I like the word Beaujolais.
I like the word France.
Bougie.
Educator for a day.
All right. Okay.
All right. You know, this week is American Education Week, so maybe that's why you got $200. Today is False Confession Day.
False confession.
Right. So, you know what's so funny when I was looking at these days, I'm like, my first instinct is to say we're celebrating false confessions, like because
Exactly.
right?
Like why?
But
why?
I don't know.
But a lot of these are whys.
And it's Gingerbread Day, so I'll celebrate Gingerbread Day.
I like gingerbread.
National Red Mitten Day is in Canada. Encourages Canadians to wear rid mittens to show their support for Canadian athletes. They represent Canadian pride, generosity, and excellence.
Okay. All right.
Native Women's Equal Pay Day.
Native women.
Native women should be paid the same.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Pie Day.
Here
love
we
me
go.
some pumpkin
Me
pie.
too.
Oh,
Me too.
it's gonna happen. Our holiday is coming up.
I knew there was a food one in there.
Use Less Stuff Day.
Oh, that ain't happening.
No, it's not happening.
We love our stuff.
World Hello Day
Hello.
is to promote peace and communication by greeting people and encouraging the use of communication over force to resolve conflicts.
Okay.
You're supposed to greet at least 10 people verbally.
Well,
I only got 2 so far today.
yeah, I don't know.
You got 2 too, because
No,
it's me. Oh, you had all those people at work, so you got your 10.
I have people at work.
You
yeah.
got your 10.
I got my 10 and yes.
I might only get like 4 today. I'm
Now
not sure.
the day is young.
World Philosophy Day to recognize the value of philosophy for human thought, culture, and television and individuals. And World Television Day.
World Television Day. Okay,
Right.
we can have a day. We like
Right.
television.
All right, let's do our fun facts because we got some Ernie Murphy fun
Oh,
facts this
do
week.
we? Okay.
And we need to see our little intro.
Yeah, here we go.
We're back. You know
Don't do it. Don't say
know.
it. Don't say it.
that one day I'm going to extend that.
And one day you're going to stop saying you're going to extend
Probably
it.
not. Did you know the Supreme Court has its own private basketball court known as the highest court in the land?
Get out of here.
It's true.
No.
Yeah, it's true. Did you know the Cookie Monster's real name is Sid?
Sid the Cookie Monster?
Yes, that's his real name. Barry Manilow didn't write his hit song, I Write the Songs.
Right.
Before he recorded it, Barry didn't even think it was a particularly good song.
I
think he said that at
I
the
think
con-
he
didn't he
did
say
say
that at the
that.
concert?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Do you know what the blob of toothpaste that sits on your toothbrush is called?
Oh, it's got a name. What's it called?
It's called a nurdle.
A nurdle.
A nurdle.
Why?
So now you can
It's
say
a blob. It's a
it's a nurdle.
It's not a
Now
nurdle.
you know that it's a nurdle. So listen, when you know better, you do better. If you put some Viagra in a vase,
Oh, God.
it will make flowers stand up straight for a week beyond when they would normally wilt.
We're not going to touch that one.
I'm getting some. I'm going to get some. I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, you would.
Boy, I'm going to have the best flowers in the
Oh,
world.
I can't wait to see how this
I'm going to do it
turns
for
out.
all my weddings and stuff like that.
Oh,
I'm going to do
little
that.
Viagra goes a long way.
Yeah.
huh?
Did you know Britain's Secret Intelligence Service once hacked an Al Qaeda website and replaced the bomb instructions with a cupcake recipe?
No.
That's what happened. That's what Ernie Murphy said.
Oh, my God. That's great.
Did you know there's a village in southern Norway actually named Hell?
Oh, really?
Get this. Every winter it freezes over.
Oh, dear.
It does. It's
That's
not
like-
a joke.
It sounds like a joke.
It's not a
but
joke.
it does sound like a joke.
Right.
It freezes over. Yes.
What did one caveman say to the other caveman?
What did he say?
Want to go clubbing tonight?
Is this in Ernie stuff?
That's Ernie gave me these.
Wow.
So thank you, Ernie.
That was good, Ernie. That
I've
was good.
stolen fun facts for the last couple of times.
Yeah, no, that
So
was
we're going to
good.
go to a quick commercial, and then we're going to come back and talk about what our show is about this week, which is very funny.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be funny.
Yes.
We promise.
Imagine stumbling upon a treasure trove that transforms your design vision into reality. A2 Interior is just that. A collection brimming with luxurious mirrors, elegant artwork, and stylish furniture. Each piece curated to inspire and sophisticate your spaces. Dive in, explore the endless possibilities, and see for yourself how each element enhances your projects. Experience the joy today.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I have 30 seconds to give you a very important message. My name is Arthur Lee. I'm the CEO and inventor of LifeVac, a simple choking rescue device that could save a life in a choking emergency. We've saved over 3,000 lives now, but we're not there. 5,000 people a year choke to death, one child every 5 days. Please consider protecting your family in a choking emergency with LifeVac. Go to lifevac.net today. Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Michael Astor, a New York personal injury lawyer at Astor Law. I've spent the past 30 years fighting for New Yorkers who have been injured or lost a loved one due to the fault of others. At Astor Law, we help accident victims. We have a track record of success with some of the largest settlements and jury verdicts in America. At my firm, we provide New Yorkers with a free consultation. And if you hire us, you don't pay us until we win money for you. If you or someone you know has been injured in an accident, give us a call. At Astor Law, quality service doesn't cost, it pays.
We're back. Do you know what my brother says?
What?
He says his dog can retrieve a ball from over a mile away. That seems very far-fetched to me.
Yes. Well, my brother lost his job as an auctioneer. Now he's all talk, no auction.
Oh my God. Oh my
My
God.
brother's headed to the dentist. He's been several times, so he knows the drill. I just love these.
So before the show, we're looking at some of these jokes. And I'm like, what is this one?
Oh,
this one says,
this is the
my
best.
brother Tony has no shins. And I'm like, what does that mean?
like,
And
what-
we're like sitting here, we're like, what is it? This is how stupid we are. We're sitting here going, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean, no shins?
Tell him what you were going to do.
No shins. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll go Google it. Maybe there's a guy named Tony Shins.
Okay, people, it's my brother Tony has
No shins.
no shins. No,
No
shins.
shins.
I figured that.
No shins. She did figure that out.
So it makes you think a little. Like my
God.
brother likes dressing like a nun. It's just a habit he has.
God. Well, my brother last Christmas my brother Brent bought Angie a new perfume that he found. You know what it's called?
What's it called?
Tester.
I should have known
Okay,
that.
so today we decided we were going to do the history of
Oh,
stand-up comedy and talk about some of the stand-up comedians because we love stand-up
oh
comedy.
God. I love to laugh. We love to laugh.
Yeah, and seriously, at Strong Island here, where we shoot the show with Bobby on Friday nights, he has stand-up
Yes.
comedy open mic night. So
Yes.
if you guys are interested in that, you're more than welcome to come up. I think it starts at 7, 8 o'clock,
Sure.
9 o'clock.
We have to check with him on that.
I don't
but
know.
he still has it, right? He's still doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, this place is beautiful. You guys
Yeah.
haven't seen it. You just see our set, but this is a great setup
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
So it was interesting whenever I was trying to figure out what the history of stand-up comedy was because it was very different than what I thought.
Yeah.
You know, it literally started out with the ancient Greeks in like 400 BC.
It did, right?
It was
goes all
crazy.
the way back. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it goes
yeah.
all the way back. Aristocrates is the guy that they say is the founder or the father of stand-up comedy.
Aristocrates?
Aristocrates.
There's an Aristocrates because there's Socrates and Aristotle.
No, there's a no. Nuh-uh.
There's an
Yes,
Aristocrates?
there is. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
Or it could have been something different. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just going to make that up. That's my right. My reality is that his name is Aristocrates, and if you feel like you need to look that up, you knock yourself out. But anyway, I found this video because the videos that we show on here have to be pretty short. So I found this video, and it's an English comedian, and he's doing this rap about the history of comedy.
Oh,
and
gosh.
it's very funny. It's
okay.
more like when you see it, when you get towards the end, he's talking more about English comedians or pictures of them, but it's very funny.
Okay.
So let's show this little video, and you can see what it looks like.
Let's laugh.
We will begin with Aristophanes and Plato. Now, obviously, these men were not the first to do comedy. For centuries, people have been joking around, but they were pretty much the first to bother writing it down. Plays and symposiums, they were composing them. They used to slip some satirical prose in them. Through mirth, the philosophy they taught us, which brings us to the farces of Plautus. Now, mainly remembered today as the source and inspiration for Rob Pompey. In a household setting, his stories were drawn, and thus the sitcom was born. He used to satirize pomposity and snobbery and piety and every other facet of imperial society. Middle-class obsessions, both valid and bogus. Basically, the good life in togas. Not a lot of comedy in the Dark Ages. I guess it depends how funny you think the plague is, but now it's the Renaissance. Let's party! Buongiorno commedia dell'arte. Highly formalized and often in rhyme, the direct antecedent of your modern pantomime. It was kicking it in Italy when, all at once, voilà Molière on La Belle France. No subject too sacred, no target too big. Think of Ian Hislop in a powdered wig. He said, "What is really the greatest satirist who ever lived?" We'll see about that, said Jonathan Swift. George is the regent, and pretty soon he's getting skewered in Hogarth's cartoons. And the great and good will all find the lunch. Money getting stolen by Punch and George Bernard and Oscar, the Irish intruders in vaudeville and music all day, like it ruder. And slapstick was also pretty groovy, which really came in handy when they started making movies. Charlie and Buster and Harold were jolly, then along came the talkies and Stan and Ollie. The 30s and 40s, the radio was king. In the 50s, television got in the ring. In the 60s in Britain, the young Santa boom overthrew the Tory government with help from Profumo. Lenny Bruce had balls of steel. Here come the Pythons, she'd just gone surreal. Guitar strumming raconteur folkies were observational instead of just jokey. The old school comics were still hanging around when the alternative boys came to burn it all down, and thus was born the circuit. You can still make a living if you know how to work it, but now we've got YouTube and TikTok as well. Where comedy goes next, no one can tell. But for many of us, our careers still hinge on just how we do at the Edinburgh Fringe. So we come with all the hope that experience will allow, and that brings us up to you and me right here, right now.
We're back. Wasn't that funny?
That was good.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's so funny. Well, I love English comedians. I think they're hilarious. I was telling Linda, Graham Norton is one of my favorite. He's a talk show host in England, and he is just, if you have never watched Graham Norton, you need to do that. Mm-hmm. Because he has people on that you would never, ever think would be on a show together at the same time. Like, he has this huge couch, and then he has like 6 people on there, 6 or 7 people. And it's people like, so like one day he's got on Tom Cruise, I don't know, like Matthew McConaughey, Tom Hanks, the guy that was Spider-Man. Like, he's got all these people on at the same time, and it's so good because they all talk to each other, and it's freaking hilarious.
Was he the one who had on, what's his name, who did the Penguins?
Yes.
That was him?
Yes, that's Graham Norton.
Oh.
So, and he just started a new season, and I just love him. And
Okay.
honestly, that's what, like, I just love him. He's so funny.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, he's got this big chair, and when people, like at the end of the show, every show, he gets an audience member to sit in the big chair, and then they start telling a story. Mm-hmm. And if they think that the story is boring, they pull a handle, and the person goes flying backwards out of the chair.
That's
well, you
awesome.
know, that's my favorite kind of
That's
humor,
great, yeah.
because it's ridiculous.
Slapstick kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Were you a Benny Hill?
I used to watch Benny Hill all the time, but I never loved it.
Yeah, me neither. My best friend did. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What about like the Monty Python guys? Those guys.
It was okay. It was not really my thing.
Yeah.
It was better, but I mean, think about the ones that were when we were talking about it the other night. So it's like we had, George Carlin is your favorite.
Yes, he is.
We have a little clip from him in a minute.
Yeah.
And we have Richard Pryor.
Yeah, Richard Pryor was good.
Richard Pryor caught himself on fire. Remember when there was a song about that or
I
something?
don't know. But back in the day, he was so funny. He was really funny. I
Oh,
mean,
he
there's
was
so
hilarious.
many iconic comedians. You can really go back in time, back to my mother's time. I mean, come on. You go back, you got Milton Berle, you got Henny Youngman, you got Jack Benny, Mr. Jack Benny. But Henny Youngman was always the one who says, "Take my wife, please."
Yes.
To us it would be cornball now, but back then they were hysterical because I
Right.
remember my parents watching them.
Maybe we should watch, since we love the dad and the bro jokes, maybe we should start watching them again.
I'm telling you. I mean,
because it might be good.
Look about Rodney Dangerfield, his classic line, "I get no respect, I get no respect."
Yes.
I mean, it's like, that's what, they probably influenced a lot of the comedians that are around today. I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
But
I
it's
bet
interesting.
I got a little video about George Carlin, or with George Carlin in it. So let's watch that real
Okay.
quick.
Where did this sudden fear of germs come from in this country? Have you noticed this? The media constantly running stories about all the latest infections, salmonella, E. coli, hantavirus, bird flu, and Americans they panic easily, so now everybody's running around scrubbing this and spraying that and overcooking their food and repeatedly washing their hands, trying to avoid all contact with germs. It's ridiculous, and it goes to ridiculous lengths. In prisons, before they give you a lethal injection, they swab your arm with alcohol. It's true. Well, they don't want you to get an infection. And you can see their point. Wouldn't want some guy to go to hell and be sick. It would take a lot of the sportsmanship out of the whole execution. Fear of germs, why, these fucking pussies.
That was so funny. Isn't he funny? George Carlin was amazing. He really was. Like I said, I had a hard time figuring out what to show on the show.
Yeah, but he had a way of picking words out of the English language, things we would say,
Yes.
expressions, and saying that's not the right way to say it. And it's
Okay,
the way he said
let's
it.
go to a quick commercial,
Oh.
and then we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Sorry, we'll be back.
Ever felt stuck with a home that just doesn't feel right anymore? Whether it's that outdated kitchen or the bathroom that needs a refreshed look, Twice as Nice Construction has got you covered. Family owned for over 20 years. Twice as Nice Construction has been providing beautiful new construction and additions and stunning remodels like kitchens and bathrooms. We're not just experts. We offer unbeatable quality and prices to help make your dream come true. Ready to start building your dream home or to give your kitchen and bathroom that much needed makeover? Contact Twice as Nice today and make your dream a reality. Visit twiceasniceremodel.com today for quality you can see and service you can trust. Twice the value, twice the commitment, Twice as Nice.
Me llaman Dan Pablo y hace más de 20 años me enamoré de una colombiana. Viajé a su país y conocí un estilo de café muy distinto, muy especial. Ahora tostamos cafés excelentes, con alturas y microclimas diferentes, resultado en una taza muy compleja y muy rica. Un sabor nuevo en el mundo. Fue un éxito. And I even got to keep the girl.
We're back.
We're back.
My brother was banned from the grocery store for taking a leak.
Well, my brother got arrested for stealing hay. He made bail.
That would have been more appropriate for my brother, since that's what they do all the time. But then they bail hay all the time.
Well, my brother and his recliner go way back.
Yeah. I love it.
I love this. I love
My
this.
brother, Angie said, "You're the cheapest man in the world." And Brent said, "I'm not buying it." That's so funny. Sorry, now Brent and Angie, you guys are the butt of all the jokes
There you go.
for this whole show.
There you go.
It could last longer than this show.
It could.
Because we got 400.
Oh, we got 400.
We got 400.
I could read them all
Oh my
day.
God. Wait, so finish what you were saying about George Carlin. So we
he
talked
just-
about the word, what was it, the 7 words you should never
Oh
say?
yeah, on TV, and
Yeah.
that was one of his staples, and just things about
Now I have them in my mind. Now they're in my brain. I'm sorry, they're in my brain now, and I'm not gonna be able to get them out.
But it wasn't even just what he was saying. It's his facial expressions and
Yes.
the way he would talk like this,
Yes.
and you'd look at him, and that just gets me big time.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that. I mean, my brother-in-law is related to Adam Ferrara. He's a stand-up comedian.
He's gonna
And
come
when-
on the show sometime.
I would, if he's ever on Long Island, don't think I'm not going to ask him. But when he says,
Oh my God. Did you just say that right now?
I might ask him. We'll see.
Oh my God. People, let me just say this to you. We had the biggest fight about this, me and her, in the car when we first started. She told me that. And I'm like, well, send him an email and ask him to come on the show. She goes, oh, I would never do that.
Well, he doesn't live on this coast.
And I was very
he's
mad.
Very busy.
Listen
He's
to me.
busy.
Listen, I'm telling about our fight. And you absolutely, obstinately said you were not ever doing that. And I
did.
said, what
I
are you
did.
talking about? We have this show and we need to have him on the show. What's it going to hurt to ask? The worst thing he can do is say no.
Well, if he comes to New York, I will ask him. But I'm not going to ask him to. He's very busy. You know, you and I think we're busy. This guy's busy. All right.
I understand
He's busy.
that, but I never asked you to fly him here.
No.
I just said send him an email and tell him about the show. We literally, this is never going to go away. I have a lot of bitterness about
Can
this.
I finish what I was
Yes,
saying
okay.
about him? He's the same way. You know, sometimes comedians, it's their delivery, their facial expressions,
Yes.
the way they say things,
Yes.
and he's good with that. And I'm sure the comedians you like do the same thing. That's a whole part of
Yes.
it too. You
Yes.
know, I'm just like when you're telling a joke. It's the way you tell a joke. You could fall
Right.
flat on your face if you don't deliver it correctly.
Right.
Especially
and I'm
the
telling you,
punchline.
it is really hard. Like we've been here 1,000 times on Bobby's open mic night, and let me tell you, it is hard.
It's hard stuff.
And a lot of people come here, a lot of comedians come here to practice
Right.
for new material.
Right.
To see how it's going to go over and stuff like that. And there's other comedians. It's a lot of fun. So, but it's really hard.
Well, it's a horrible thing when you want to make people laugh and they're not laughing. You know?
Yes.
I mean, that's when you don't hear any laughter.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's what would happen to me.
You know, they
if
just-
I stood up and did a stand-up comedy routine, people would just be like looking at me like, "What is the matter with you?" They would. There's just no way that they would ever. They just wouldn't. It wouldn't be that funny.
So we
But-
talked about my favorite.
Well, my favorite is I love Stephen Wright because Stephen Wright is hilarious.
Right. My
And
husband
I
likes
like
him,
that
too.
dry, really dry, corny, because it's very corny sense
And
of
that,
humor.
That monotone, very
Oh, yeah,
without
I love it.
expression,
I love it.
deadpan, But I know he was very popular.
Yeah.
Is he still around? Is he still
Oh,
alive?
no. I don't know. His
I don't
hair
know.
was out of control
Oh, my
back then.
God.
Oh, you know what? But I found this compilation video and I edited it, and there's a couple of people in here that you're going to remember.
Oh, okay.
Plus Stephen Wright.
Oh,
so let's
awesome.
watch
Let's
this
watch
little
that,
video and see who these people are. And there's a girl in this that's one of my favorites too. You'll
Okay.
see.
All right. Good.
Men, it's strange. Men don't seem to want to get involved nowadays. I dated my last boyfriend for 2 years. Finally, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, listen, either you tell me your name or it's over.
I wore a neck brace for about a year. I wasn't in an accident. I just got tired of holding my head up.
What originally brought me to California, though, were the Olympics. I don't know if you recognize me. Hula hoop contest. Still on. I tried every event, though. I tried that pole vault. I drove that sucker right in the ground. I did a good thing, though. I straightened out those uneven parallel bars. Broad jump, killed her.
Right now I'm living on a one-way dead-end street. I don't know how I ever got there. I've been getting into astronomy, so I installed a skylight in my house. The people who live above me are furious. The guy who lives across the street has a circular driveway. He can't get out. I've been making wine at home, but I make it out of raisins, so it'll be aged automatically. What a nice night for an evening. It's a nice building. This would burn good. I'm gonna get a tattoo over my whole body of me but taller. Woke up this morning out of a dream. I went right into a daydream. I was having a dream that midgets were trying to assassinate me. So I bought a bulletproof car, but since they are midgets, I bought a convertible.
Jill's about this big, you know. She's one of these short people that are always making up excuses about how great it is to be short. Like she actually said to me, "Short people live a lot longer than tall people." I said, "No, they don't. They're just so irritating. It seems like they're around longer."
We're back. So yeah, Stephen Wright is my favorite. Like I loved him. I love him. He's so funny. My favorite was what he says. I came home the other night and I put the key in the door and the whole building turned on. So I drove it around for a while and parked it and told everybody to get out of my driveway.
Yeah, he's the opposite of what I just said. He didn't have to have. That was just his one way of delivering his.
Yeah.
And
but that's what that was his shtick.
That was his shtick.
And Margaret Smith, that was on that video,
That's
is
her
my
name.
other. She's the female
version of
Stephen
him.
Wright.
Yes,
but
I haven't seen her
I
in
love
years,
that.
yeah.
I can't remember what was that first lady's name. I can't remember what her name was. She was around. She was around forever.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, but you were talking about Joan Rivers. I'm not a huge fan of Joan Rivers.
Not everybody was, but she was iconic at the time because, the other female stand-ups were like Phyllis Diller. There was one called Tootie.
She was funny.
Tootie Fields. There was Elaine Boozler, who I loved.
Yes, I liked Elaine Boozler.
But Joan, Can We Talk? She was
Yeah.
like, Can We Talk? And she just had this way of, but it would annoy people, but she was also funny. I watched a blurb of her last night, and I mean, she goes back a long way.
Yeah.
And then she was, after Johnny Carson left, she was doing his show.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
either love her or hate her.
Yeah.
But she was one of those iconic female
100%,
stand-up
100%.
comedians. And she always talked about her husband, Edgar.
Oh yeah, and then
Edgar.
Eddie Murphy and Steve
Murphy.
Martin was my
Steve
favorite
Martin.
because I was saying my friend Dawn and listen, I grew up in a really small town, so the only thing we had to do was to drive around and listen to music and stuff on the car. So all we did was listen to Steve Martin's tapes, and we memorized the whole entire thing.
Oh my gosh. You should have put the video on of him doing King Tutton on Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
That is the funniest thing. Look it up on YouTube, people. Him
Oh,
doing
yeah,
the
King
Tut
Tut.
thing.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
he used to host Saturday Night Live all the time. I think he's the one comedian that had the most jobs of hosting that show at the time.
Oh, I think so too. I
Yeah.
think him and Dan Aykroyd
Yes.
had a contest to see who was going to be on Saturday Night Live the most.
Well, it was two wild and crazy guys.
Oh my
Remember
God, I
that?
loved it. Oh, I loved it so much.
He was great. He was great.
Yeah.
And did he really play the banjo?
Yes.
He did, right?
Yeah.
Because he had
and
that
The
in his
Jerk, the
routines.
movie The Jerk.
Oh my God.
He hates those cans.
That movie.
Oh my gosh, I loved it so much.
No,
I
he
loved
was really good.
Yeah. So some of the ones recently that are really great, and one of my very, very favorites is Nate Bargatze, who is, he's just such a great comedian. He doesn't cuss. He's got 2 or 3 specials on Netflix.
Oh, we can check him out
And
there. Okay.
he's just so funny. Like he's got a podcast, and I listen to the podcast. Like he's just hilarious because he just talks about everyday stuff, and you're like, oh my God, I've never thought.
Is he new to the scene?
He's been around a while, but I kind of didn't follow very many comedians for a long time.
Yeah, me
so now I'm
neither,
kind of
yeah.
back into it.
Okay.
So I have a little clip of Nate Bargatze.
Okay.
So let's see what his.
Well, excited to see him.
I miss being young. Your 20s are great. You're down for whatever. Your friends call you. They're like, do you want to go? You're like, I'll go. You don't even know where you're going. You're like, I'll move, dude. I'll set my apartment on fire. What do you want to do? Your 30s come, and you're like, where are we going? How late are they open? Is it loud? I am going to drive separate.
We're back. Is that so funny? So watch Nate Bargatze. You can get him on Facebook, YouTube. He's so good. And then another one that I really like is his name is Jeff Arcuri, and he does a lot of comedians do what you call crowd work, which is they're the crowd and then they play on the crowd in the crowd, like they talk to people in the crowd.
Right. Adam
so like
does
that, the
yeah.
comedian Matt Rife, that's from Columbus, Ohio, by the way. He does a lot of crowd work too. So a lot of people do a lot of crowd work, but Jeff Arcuri is literally the master at this.
Okay.
And I have a little video of him too, because he's just so funny. I've been trying to get tickets to him, but I haven't.
Did you discover these guys on Netflix? Is that how you found it?
No, they always come up on Facebook, because I
do?
follow different comedians, and then they
On
come up.
Facebook. Okay. Oh, you follow. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so
Got
let's
it.
watch the Jeff Arcuri one, because he's so funny.
Why'd you break up with him? Why'd you dump him? He was still talking to his ex? Oh, about what? Just context, you know? How'd you find out? Was it text messages? He told you. How long were they together? Oh, no. How long were you together?
3 months.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, you know, give him a minute. You're new, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he learned his lesson. Now he's never gonna be honest with his girlfriend ever again. My dude's gonna be texting Pizza Hut from here on out.
Oh my gosh.
He's so funny. So yeah, so like on Instagram and on Facebook, you can flip through their videos.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do that, and it's really funny. And then the other one that we love is Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Who is just
oh my God
freaking hilarious.
Did you ever see the episode where he talks about when people are coming over?
Oh,
growing up, you were so
and then you're high.
excited.
We always had cake.
Yeah, you get the cake,
Get
the
the
cake out of the freezer, and the Sanka.
Yes,
the Sanka.
the Sanka.
And we laughed so hard because that's what we had in our house.
Yes.
But now you're hide. People are coming.
Now people come. You're like,
Turn
who
off the
is
lights,
it?
hide.
Who
Who's
came
here?
over? Who could possibly come over? Like it's just crazy.
So
like we always had
crazy.
stuff ready. Like
Yes.
there was always stuff ready.
You always had
you
the
know what? I
cake.
think that's why I stress out about, like, I'm not a good housekeeper, people. I'm just saying right now, and I stress out about it. And I think that's why, because I'm just like,
you're not prepared.
I'm not prepared. You're prepared. Like anybody could walk in your house and be fine.
No, I wouldn't
Mine,
have
not
cake.
so much.
I wouldn't have cake. And there are a lot of times where we do hide.
Oh, I wouldn't have
Somebody
cake.
knocks the door. I'm like, do you want to get that? No, let's go in the other room.
No. Oh my God. Let's go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
Imagine turning an ordinary gathering into an electrifying night at a Las Vegas casino. With Ace Authentic Casino and Entertainment, we bring the thrill of blackjack, roulette, poker, and more right to your door. For over 20 years, we've been transforming parties in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut into unforgettable events. Ready to elevate your next event? Experience the joy today with Ace Casino Parties. Visit us at acecasino.ny.com.
Crafted with care, worn with pride. Discover the unique charm of handmade jewelry at Poppy Lane Gifts and Decor. Each piece at Poppy Lane is a testament to craftsmanship and style, designed to be as unique as you are.
Whether it's a gift for a loved one or a treat for yourself, find something that speaks to your soul. Step into Poppy Lane today or visit us online and adorn your life with pieces as extraordinary as you. Poppy Lane Gifts and Decor, uniquely yours, uniquely you.
We're back. Oh my gosh. So, you know, my brother thinks he's hot because he's wearing a smoking jacket.
Well, my brother is addicted to seaweed. He's seeking kelp.
Oh my God. Well, if you and your brother are being chased by a cheetah, you don't have to outrun the cheetah. You just got to outrun your brother.
And my brother started selling hearing aids. He claims it's a sound investment. I can't. Oh, we could be here all day.
Well, my brother claims to be a microbiologist, but he's a liar. He's taller than me. I have to tell you that one took me a minute.
I can't. I can't.
My brother is dismayed since his cleaning lady quit. That was a hard one. I didn't get that one either.
What is this one? My brother doesn't need a windbreaker. He does that all by himself.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I love these.
Before we went
Oh,
to commercial,
yes.
we're talking about Sebastian Maniscalco, who is, he's an
Maniscalco.
Italian, he was, Maniscalco.
Maniscalco.
Maniscalco. But he is so funny.
He is funny.
He's hilarious. I love the one about the company coming.
I can't. When he said Sanka, I just took me back to my childhood because my
Sanka.
mother always had
My
Sanka
mom,
in the house.
That's what my mom drank was Sanka.
Yeah.
Until all of a sudden they came out and said it causes cancer, and you're like, what?
Oh, I know. But I mean, go get the cake out of the freezer.
Go
you know,
get the cake,
Entenmann's
get the
Get the
cake.
cake.
And you could never eat the cake because it was always there. And then, oh my God. We had the metal tumblers. I think he talked about that too,
Did
didn't
he?
The metal tumblers, there was metal. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy.
It's just, I love when they talk about stuff that you can relate to.
Oh
It
yeah,
just
so
kills
him,
me.
all of these that we kind of talked about today are like that, and I mean, there's just so many good ones right now.
Oh my God.
That are great, and honestly, on Strong Island TV, Bobby has some great comedians that are on here, and Teresa Farrell has her own show called Tea Time with Teresa,
Yes.
and she's a great comedian.
She is.
She's really good, so we have to have her on the show too.
But you had a whole list of other comedians.
Wait,
right?
let's show that video of Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yes, we
because
forgot
he's
about
so
that.
funny. I forget which one I chose about
Okay,
which bit it is, but
let's see.
he's so funny.
God, if you should know anything about me, I got a problem with people and how they behave, you know? I kind of grew up with like a list of rules to kind of live by. My parents kind of gave me a book on how to live. And apparently nobody got the book. Went to Starbucks. That's all I do is I watch people and I get upset. I can't take it. And at the Starbucks, this woman ordered a scone, a muffin, I don't know what the hell it was. But they gave it to her in a brown bag. And then she was eating it. She was like fingering the muffin out of the bag. Take it out of the bag! Get a plate, what the? What are you eating, crumbs?
We're back. I can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
He's another one with the facial expressions and
Yeah.
the way he says it. Oh my God. But
Yeah.
he talks about stuff you can relate to.
Yeah, he's got a couple specials on too. I think he did one HBO one. I'm sure he's got a Netflix
Oh, he's
special.
got a lot. He's got a lot.
But he's really funny.
Oh my God.
He's
Where
really
is
funny.
he?
And what's the ones at Governors? Did we go to Governors and see? Oh no, you weren't. That wasn't you.
Well, you know what?
That wasn't you.
can go-
that was a different co-host.
I've been going to Governors since the 80s, and I don't know if people know this, Jackie Martling was the host a lot of times, and he was, if it was your birthday, look out, because he was merciless. He would get you. I used to say, I'm not sitting at that front table because he's going to get me.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the long blonde hair. That was his staple at the time. And then he went on to so many other things. He was on Howard Stern's show and everything for the longest time. But Teresa had him on not too long ago.
Oh,
Tea
yeah.
Time for Teresa. She had him on. But that's where he started. But I'm like, I'm not going up there. And they would purposely put you there so he could get you.
Oh,
But
yeah, for
Governor's
sure.
Comedy Club on Long Island has been there forever.
Oh,
And,
it's one of the most famous ones in the country, isn't it?
it's
Governors
a
and-
big one.
What's the other one? The Brokerage. Are they the same? Are
I
they
don't
affiliated?
think so. And you know who else used to play at Governors was, oh, now I'm going to forget his name.
I know, I don't remember anybody's names.
The big guy, Dice, Andrew Dice Clay.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Was there. I mean, there was a lot that started locally and they became big.
Have you ever seen the comedian that's the son and his dad, both really Italian, and they talk about, the son talks about the dad. Oh, it's really funny.
There's Joey Cola plays there too. He's
I don't know. This is
a good one.
these are two Italian guys, and they are so funny.
Oh, Bobby Nelson started in Governors. He was funny too. Oh my God, you got to look these guys up because they were really, really good. I love a good comedy show because
me too.
I love to laugh.
Oh, me
And when
too.
you have an audience all laughing together, it's just such a great feeling.
It's really funny.
Laughter's the best medicine. Whatever hurts, whatever.
And Governors
irks
is
you.
really fun. I mean, Governors is fun. I didn't used to think so, but I do.
Oh,
I like it. I
it's
mean,
great.
And honestly, their food is kind of good.
Yeah, no, it's a good place. And Adam, when he comes here, he does play there. That's his place.
I don't think we should talk about that because I'm still a little bit.
I'm not making any promises. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
okay, we can't talk about it anymore. We'll fight about it after the show. When we go to eat lunch, because we do that now.
Well, listen, not for nothing, but what's coming up? Thanksgiving's coming up.
Thanksgiving is
That's
coming
a big,
up next week.
And I love that holiday because there's no, it's not commercialized.
No.
It's just about family and eating. And
Well, and Thanksgiving, the best thing about Thanksgiving is
what?
It's the day before the Buckeye-Michigan game.
Oh, I knew she was going to throw the Buckeyes in somewhere. I knew it. Is it really?
Well, this weekend, the Buckeyes play Indiana, which is they are actually number 1, which I don't even ever remember when that happened. Wait. They're 2. Oregon is 1, Indiana is 2, and Ohio State is 3.
Oh, wow.
So we need to beat Indiana this weekend. So pray. Just pray.
I'm going to
people.
pray because I don't want to be around you if they don't.
I don't really hang on to it.
No.
I don't. I mean, I'll talk about it and I'll be bitter, but I don't really, I don't talk about
Listen, nobody's got it as bad as the New York Jet and Giants fans right now because they both are, there are no words. The Giants just lost their quarterback. They benched him. And the Jets, Aaron Rodgers needs to skedaddle, but they don't have a decent coach right now. They're in between coaches, GMs. It's a mess. It's a total mess. So it's horrible. I said to somebody
Thank
today,
God I don't follow them.
Oh, I said maybe I'm going to become a Buffalo Bills fan. I don't know because we don't have a team.
Why don't you become a Buckeye fan? We'd be happy to have you.
Well, that's college football.
We're very inclusive.
That's college
which
football.
Which is 1,000% better than
I have
professional
to. I have to watch because I've never watched a college
football
game.
Is way better. Way better. Ask anybody that is a college football fan and an NFL fan. They will tell you that it's better.
And
it's
I wonder why. Why? Because they play the same
Maybe because
game.
the guys are up and coming and they try harder. They don't make millions of dollars.
They're not showcasing themselves on the field the way
they're
these
not.
guys.
I mean, they would get a penalty if that happened.
Yeah. See, well, I know.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
So, and then, really, this month, we should not be saying the letter that comes before N. Okay? You shouldn't be saying that.
I'm not saying I value my life.
Number. You shouldn't be saying that.
I'm not saying
You shouldn't be saying that letter at all. That's the rule when you're a Buckeye.
All right, I'm not
We
saying
call it that team up north.
Okay, all right. We're not going there. But I am.
TTUN, that team up north. That's the abbreviation in case you don't want to say the whole thing. TTUN.
Okay, we're not going there.
And they're big fat cheaters.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Can we go back to the beautiful holiday that's coming? Yeah. And I watched the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Do you watch that?
I'm thankful that the Buckeyes are going to play that day, the next day.
I give up. I'm going back to my bro jokes. Listen, before we go, get this book. It's a great gift.
Wait, say the name of it again.
It's called 400 Bro Jokes.
And who's
it by?
You can buy
it on Amazon. Michael Kelly, John Kelly Jr.
It was like $19.99, which is, that is a great gift.
It's a great gift.
I'm gonna get one for my
brother because I just think this is great. This is great. And Michael, congratulations. I hope you do well. I think you're gonna do well. You want to laugh and you like these kind of jokes, which they're fun.
Yeah. Why don't you come up here and be on the show, and we can trade some bro and some dad.
Oh, well,
and
there's
some
a rumor going
anything
around
to
he
do.
might be doing another one too, so I'll look
Oh.
forward to that. But everyone, have a fabulous week. We will see you next week for our Thanksgiving show.
Right.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I'm so thankful.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody
Have a
keep
great
laughing,
week.
Keep smiling. Bye.